guys, I'm Kat and welcome back to my channel, Rising from the Illness. This week I'm going to be talking about a subject that may be a little bit embarrassing to speak about, but potentially could save your life if you bring it up and speak about it as soon as you realise what's going on. So apologies now, there'll be a lot of poo talk. As always, if you are enjoying my videos, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell and give me a big thumbs up if you're enjoying this. Let's get going. Hi guys, welcome back. So like I said, my name's Kat, this is my channel Rising from the Illness, and this week I'm going to be talking to you all about a topic that you may be a little bit embarrassed about speaking about, but really I'm just trying to normalise the chat so that people maybe think twice before keeping it to themselves. Now, as you can probably tell, I've got a lovely t-shirt on today saying Guts UK. Now this is a charity that I've been speaking to quite recently. Now Guts UK is the only UK charity funding research into the digestive system. Now these guys are a huge deal to me. Obviously I suffer with gastroparesis, which falls under their charity. They offer so much support and advice, and I just thought it would be really important today to tackle the subject of the gut and the kind of embarrassing things that come with it, and to also just make you aware of the charity and what they do, and hopefully it will urge people to talk about their symptoms and their problems without being embarrassed and worried about what other people will think. So to start with, I have got Jenny from Guts UK, and she's recorded a short video explaining who Guts UK are and what they do. So I'm going to play that for you first and then we'll get into the video.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much, Kat, for having us on one of your videos. We know that you, as Rising from the Illness, have been raising awareness of Guts UK and all our work, and we thank you so much for that, for wearing our t-shirt, also known as your guts gear, loud and proud. We really appreciate it, and it makes sense, since Kat's been telling people all about us, for me to jump on and also explain some of our work at Guts UK. So thank you again for having us. So Guts UK is the charity for the digestive system, basically. So we're the only UK charity funding research into the digestive system top to tail, and that is the gut, the liver and the pancreas. As I'm sure you all know, talking about your digestive symptoms is quite a taboo thing to do, and we really want to abolish that. So we fund research into the digestive system top to tail. We raise awareness of digestive health and digestive diseases because it's really important that we start talking about our guts, and we also provide expert patient information for people who are affected by digestive diseases and symptoms. So for example, our research has found that 58% of people affected by a digestive disease or a symptom they feel embarrassed about their digestive disease or symptom, which then leads to 51% of people delaying seeking help for 6 months or longer, which can be quite dangerous in a lot of cases, and it's really not good. So we need to get people to that help much quicker, and that's another part of what we do and our work at Guts UK. So if you're ever struggling with any digestive symptoms or a disease, or somebody affected, then send them through to us. We will help in any way we can. It's www.gutscharity.org.uk. If you want to raise your own awareness and get out there and perhaps even fundraise for Guts UK, that would be fantastic, and we'd be more than happy to send you a free t-shirt. So yeah, drop us a line and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, bye.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for that insightful video. Now, Jenny was a bit nervous about doing that. She's never done anything like that before, but it was brilliant. Thank you so much, and hopefully that just raises a bit more awareness and lets people know who you guys are. So, as I said, I wanted to tackle basically talking about poo. I know it's stupid, but things like poo and your bum, and it comes with kind of like an embarrassing connotation, but it really shouldn't. And I completely understand why people would be embarrassed, and I was as well when I first kind of came up with these issues. So when I had my peg feed, I was experiencing a lot of constipation. I wasn't really eating anything. It was liquid, but I still should have been going for a poo and I wasn't. So I ended up having to be on quite a few laxatives. I went to the hospital and they basically did a scan and it just showed there was like poo everywhere. And I'll never forget my South African consultant. She said, "You're pegged with poo." That was a rubbish accent, but that will never ever leave my mind that I'm packed with poo. Yeah. So I had to have one laxative every 45 minutes over the course of 6 hours. I think it was like 8 laxatives in 6 hours. It wasn't fun. My mobility still isn't great, but at the time it was just, I couldn't get around. So I just ended up pooing myself. And do you know what? It was the most mortifying and horrific thing I've ever been through for a 27, 28-year-old. My mum had to like hose me down in the shower because I had poo everywhere. It was just horrible. I really lost my confidence. I didn't want to go anywhere because I was worried I was going to poo myself. And I ended up just being a bit of a recluse, a bit of a hermit. And then I was like, this is just not, like, this is just, don't want my life to be like this. So I decided just to tell my friends. Thought, at least then they're going to understand why I'm not going to want to go out. Anyway, I told them and we just had a bit of a laugh about it, to be honest. We had a bit of a joke. They were so understanding, but I got the nickname Poonami. Because I literally had a Poonami every time I had these laxatives. It just normalised it for me, you know. It was just kind of like any other symptom of mine. If it happened, it happened, and it just wasn't a big deal. And do you know what? That did so much for me because I actually then just started talking about it openly. Now, poo and vomit is something that we always talk about in my family. You know, there's probably not a day goes by that one of them doesn't ask, have you had a poo today? Or have you been sick today? That's like the 2 questions. But I think the more I spoke about it, the more normal it was for me. It was a bit embarrassing for speaking to especially male doctors, especially good looking ones, you know, how hard my poo is, how soft it is, how many times I go, how many times I haven't been, you know, it's not like a great subject to talk about, but if I don't talk about these things, then nothing's going to get resolved. And I kind of learn my body. I know my body now. I know my body's not a normal body, so it is going to be slightly different to a normal person. I know usually I'll go for a poo about once a week, and that's okay for me. And last year I actually went a little bit over a week and I didn't say anything. I just thought I'll leave it just for a few more days. It's the worst thing I ever did because I ended up then contacting the doctors a little bit later. Then it took them so long to try and sort out a treatment plan. It actually taken 5 weeks before I had a poo. And I just think if I'd have spoken up sooner, it wouldn't have been that long. So I ended up having to have suppositories, enema, which is like a big syringe thing with water going up your bum. I then had to go into hospital. I then had a doctor stick his finger up my bum. It was like really awkward and he was like, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to put my finger up your bum. And I was like, nah, it's fine, you know, won't be the first, won't be the last. Because by then I was just used to it. And I feel like these things need to be talked about more. Now, it's the same with Guts UK, it's the same with all of these conditions, things that you may be a little bit embarrassed to talk about. I get it, but it doesn't matter to the doctors, it doesn't matter to them because they see it all the time. You're not going to be the first and you're not going to be the last. It's exactly the same with smear tests. So many people say to me they don't want to go because they don't want people going up there and having a look. Well, let me tell you, I've had so many doctors up there as well because behcet's disease affects the vagina, the floof, whatever you want to call it. It affects my digestive system, it affects my bowel, it affects so many things. If I got embarrassed about every little symptom that I had and didn't want to talk to anyone about it, I don't even know if I'd be here right now because I have so many issues that wouldn't be sorted. I don't know how my body would cope. So I think really my aim and objective of this video is just talk. Maybe just mention it to a friend. If you notice that there's something that's not quite right with your body, something that's not quite regular, talk about it. Speak to a friend, a family member, a doctor, even Guts UK. They have medical professionals, they have people at the end of the phone who can speak to and who can advise you. Don't keep it in with the fear of being embarrassed. This is your life we're talking about. This isn't just something that you can brush under the carpet. And do you know what? It might be nothing, but isn't it better just to get checked out and just get it out of the way? And I'll tell you what, once you've done it for the first time, it actually gets a lot easier. I think now I've had cameras down my throat, I've had things up my bum, I've had scans, I've had literally everything. But in those situations, you have to have it. You have to go through these things to find out what's wrong and then potentially help you. And I think that's just why I'm sat here today. Statistic of digestive conditions are like 1 in 8 deaths. Yeah, sometimes they can't be prevented, but think about the statistics if they could be prevented and you actually spoke up sooner. And I think that's just why I wanted to come on today, just to chat and basically just bear all of my experiences, my poo, doctors basically going here, there and everywhere to find out what's wrong and to make me better, and that's the whole point, right? So I'm here on my Instagram, on my Twitter, email, my podcast. I'm here to share my experiences and to have a chat with anyone who wants to. If you're worried about something, obviously I'm not a medical professional, I can't help you medically, but what I can do is give you that support and, you know, just be there, give you advice, share my experiences. I have so many people asking me just really random things like, you know, oh, do you find this with your Behcet's disease, or do you get that? And I'm more than happy to be as open as I can and to chat as much as you want, if it means that it will give that person a nudge to go and speak to the right person and get checked out. And I just say there's not really much that will embarrass me now. Because this is who I am. You know, when I first met Chris, I said I had a tube willy and sometimes I poo myself. That's just how it is, and that's fine. You know, I don't get embarrassed about it anymore because I can't help it. It's not my fault. I don't just pull my trousers down in the middle of the street and have a poo. It just happens sometimes, you know. I burp loads because of my gastroparesis, because of my stomach. I belch really badly, and again, I can't help it. You know, people look at me like I'm an absolute pig sometimes, and I'm just like, well, that's fine. I cannot help it. It just happens. If this video does anything, just speak out. Don't be embarrassed. Just think, oh, well, you know, Kat's talked about pooing herself on YouTube to however many people, so I guess I can just speak to one person about it. Anyway, I hope this video has helped. I am trying to tackle different subjects and things that I think people might relate to, but if you've got any suggestions of things you want me to talk about, then please feel free. Pop a message in the comments below, or you can message me directly. I'll pop all of my social media and email and everything below. What I'll also do is pop the website for Guts UK, so you can go on and have a little look if you're finding that you're struggling and you want some help or advice, or maybe if you think, oh wow, I've never heard of that charity, or you want to donate or anything like that, then you can pop onto the website as well and check them out. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been supporting me, who's messaged me with all your lovely comments. I appreciate it so much. You know, I'm just one person from Salisbury who has been going through my own journey, and I just want to try and help others by sharing my story. So if that's working, then it just blows me away at the lovely comments I've been receiving and the fact that people are actually watching and it's helping. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. Of course, hit that notification bell so you never miss anything. And give me a big thumbs up as well. And please comment, share your thoughts, share any suggestions you've got of topics. Yeah, I love hearing from you, and I'm so grateful for all the support. But that's it from me today. So if you can take anything from today, it's don't be embarrassed, talk about what you need to talk about and get checked out, because it could save your life, and that's all that matters. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Sending lots of love. Mwah!